1974, Wichita, Kansas. A family of four is found murdered in their home. The crime scene meticulous, almost staged, revealing a killer who took his time. Weeks later, a letter arrives at a local newspaper describing details of the murders only the killer could know. He signs it with a name he invents for himself, BTK, standing for Bind, Torture, Kill. Over the next several years, more murders follow, each one accompanied by taunting letters and poems sent to police and media outlets, the killer clearly reveling in the attention and the fear he creates. Then, in 1991, after a decade and a half of killings, the letters stop. No new victims, no new communication. Investigators believe he may have died, moved away, or simply stopped. The case goes cold, filed away as one of the most frustrating unsolved serial killer investigations in American history. Then, in 2004, after 13 years of silence, a new letter arrives, referencing an old unsolved murder.
Proving BTK is still alive and still watching. Detectives realize he wants recognition, and they use that desire against him. Police publicly ask BTK a question through the media. If he sends a floppy disk, can it be traced back to him? He writes back asking the same question directly. Detectives lie, telling him through a coded newspaper message that it cannot be traced. In February 2005, a floppy disk arrives at a local television station. Forensic analysts examine the metadata embedded inside the file, and it leads them to a computer registered to Christ Lutheran Church. The last person to modify a document on that computer? A man named Dennis Rader, the church council president. Investigators quietly begin surveillance, eventually collecting a DNA sample from a discarded medical specimen belonging to his daughter, stored years earlier for an unrelated procedure. The DNA matches evidence from the original crime scenes. On February 25, 2005, police arrest Dennis Rader outside his home. His neighbors are stunned. He had worked as a compliance officer, served as a Cub Scout leader, and held a respected position at his own church for decades. In court, Rader calmly describes his crimes in chilling detail, later pleading guilty to 10 murders spanning 3 decades.
The floppy disk he mailed himself, confident it could never be traced, becomes the single piece of evidence that finally ends a 31-year manhunt.